start now, Sonto. So let's dive into today's class, and I believe due to some reasons, some of them did not meet up with the target of getting a certificate from us. So they just come to learn and go. So uh, that's why you see that you are the only one in class, and I'm going to make sure that you have the knowledge you seek for. So I want you to always know that you have to strive to make it possible, to make it possible, because the knowledge you gain today will help you a lot. So keep it up, Sonto, and keep moving. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So I'm trying to log into my workbench, and now I have logged into my workbench. Today we are going to, okay, before we start, I want you to take us to our previous class. What did we learn on our previous class?
We
Hello,
learned
Sonto.
aggregate function, aggregate function, and
Okay, aggregate function.
order by.
Yes, good. So today we are going to talk about group by. The word group have done it in Python is not new to you. Group
Yes.
by. So what do you understand by group by?
Okay, group by is to group things. How I to organize, put some certain things in a group. Like for example, now assuming we are given a column whereby we have. Let me use illustration to answer. We're given a column whereby we have, let's say, clothes, electronics, and book in a column. Yeah, we're going to group by means to group them according to we group electronics together, book together, and clothes together.
Good. So that is the basic explanation of group by. So it's just like grouping an item together to get a particular result. So we can group different columns. We have to group different columns to perform some functions that or some calculations. Most group by mostly occur on calculations, and most times you have to group with the uh, the column with integers and columns with strings. Okay,
Okay.
so let's load our data. Remember we are using our data, the CM Tech data we created at the beginning of this class. So I have to use it now and run. I have used our data, and let's see all the data. Now, these are all the data we are going to use and we are going to work with. And today class is group by. Group by, we are going to work with columns. Now, this is the syntax of group by. Syntax of group by. Now, select we want to select the student, the person's ID and first name and their age. They like want to group the group by with the age. We are going to select the ID, the first name, and group by the age. Now we are going to see how we can make use of the group by. Now we are going to say group select all. Remember, we always start with select or we select a particular column. So now let's select this column, the ID. We are selecting the ID, the person ID. Then we are selecting what we want to select the feed of the first name. Okay, now we are going to use from the person's data. Person data from what? Person data. Remember, our table is person. I believe you understand what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, we are selecting from the person data. Then we are going to group by what? The age. Group by group by age. We are going to group by what? Age. We are going to group by age. So let's select this feed and see our results. Let's see if what we have done is correct. So we are going to select it and run now. And what is our error? It said that the select ID first name from person has a age limit of 0. Okay, so let's see this. Okay, we have to set a limit. We have to set a limit. We have to set limit. Okay, now when we want to set limit, we can set limit with what? Okay, now let's use the ID. Let's group by the ID. Let's see. Before we can go to limits, let me take you down to this. I don't want to rush this class. So let's see if we can group by the ID. Now let's group by the ID. Okay, good. Now we have grouped by the ID. I believe you understand what I did to arrive to this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
good. Now, if we want to use age, we have to set a limit. We have to set what? Limit. So let's see how we can set limit. Okay, let's see how we can set limit. Now let's see the age. And what are we going to do again? We are going to say with limit of 4 or 5. Now we are going to select limit of 4, and now it's still giving me the error. Okay, first name, age, limit. Okay, a clause. So what's wrong? Group by words, and let me see the errors that is popping out. Okay, so select is not in a group by clause. Okay, now this select, I don't think the select of this item is correct, or it said that the item do not belong to the contain what it contain. So let's
Yeah.
see
Maybe.
if
maybe Sorry. Maybe because you did not select it now. I had select. I mean, if you include it in. If
yeah,
you
let
include
me
it in.
let me see something. Let me see something now. Uh, let me use let me see my data again. Okay, let me see my data. Now let's see the data again. Now this is my data, and I wanted to set a limit, and now let's see if we can use their address, and so group by the address. Let's see if we can group by the address, and to know if that particular column have an error or have an issue, then we can debug it. And it's still giving us the same issues, and I think it's not the right way. So
Uh, can I say something?
okay, you can say something.
I think the problem is because he did not select it. The column was not selected also. Like it included in the select. Like
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, sorry for that. Sorry for that. I make an error there. So thank you for that correction.
yeah,
It shows that you are attentive in this class. But it still give me the error. It still give me the error. Okay? Now let's see something. Let's see something, and let's remove the limit. And let's see this. Still the same error. Okay. Now, and first name, let's copy the first name. Okay. So I think something is wrong somewhere. Something is wrong. So let me understand this very well. Okay, something is wrong. And what is wrong? Okay, now let's select, sorry, let's do it like this. Let's make this age to be here and make it here. Good. And so let's see. There's an error issues. Wow. So I'm coming. I run this thing now. So that is how programming used to be. And let's see something different. Okay, let's see something different. Now, let's go back again. Let's start it afresh. Now, we are going to see our person's data. We are going to see our person's data. Let's see it now. Now, this is our person's data. So we are going to select from, or let's select from uh, the person ID, comma, and group by from person, then group by ID. Let's group by the ID. Good. So let's run. It works. This works. Okay, let's set a limit. 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 Now we are going to set a limit of what? 2. A limit of what? 2. So if we try this and this work, and there's something wrong, and which we are going to debug. Now it works with a limit of 2. I believe you understand what I did.
Yes.
So now let's see other feed. I don't want to use this person's ID again. So let's see this other feed. Let's see this other feed. So I think we have to make sure that we fix this error. Now let's use something like the middle name. We'll copy the middle name and we'll paste it here, and let's see the middle name. Now the middle name did not work. Why? That is the reason. Oh, 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 I see. Tell me why. Do you know why?
Yes.
Uh, we find it difficult to group by.
No, I don't. I don't. I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Now let's see. See, remember at the beginning when we are creating the table and column,
Yes.
we make it to be a primary key, right?
Okay.
Remember, we make it to be a primary key that can access every role. Do you understand?
Yes.
So we can only access different columns with the keys. Do you
With the
understand?
primary key.
Yes, with the primary key. That's
Okay.
why we are having the errors. Remember, when we set it with key, we can access every columns with their keys. Okay,
Okay.
now that is our error. So okay, for example, let's create if I said I should create it another table again, it will look as if okay the stress of creating a table again. So let's see this. Let's see if we can. Should we create a table again to test the errors?
Okay.
Instead of us using auto increment, I think it will take us a lot of time. So you take it as a practical to go over it, and when we are coming back on our next class on Sunday, you give me a feedback. Okay.
Okay.
So let's
Or
move.
maybe we can we use the data in the in the database?
Yeah, we are going to okay the database. Okay,
The table in the database.
let's use table in the database. Now let's use a Skiller. So use what? Skiller.
Okay.
Skiller. Okay. Now, we want to use Skiller. We have used Skiller. Then what is the table we want to use? So let's run the selector from what? From selector from actor. Select all from actor. Okay. Now let's see our data. Good. This is the data. Now let's see if we can select the first name and select the first name from actor and group by what the last updates. Okay. Now let's use this. Copy. So now we are going to copy the name. We are going to paste it here. Then from what actor, from actor, then we are going to copy the update feed and go by the update feed. Now let's run it. Still give us the same error. So let's remove the limit. And I believe is the key. I
Okay.
believe I believe is the key. Look at it. Look at this actor. He have an ID.
Yes.
He have an ID. Now let's see this. Let's include the ID. Copy. You understand?
Yes.
Go by the key and let's run it. Good. It runs. Do you understand? It works
Yes.
with the ID. I believe you understand why it's called the primary key. You cannot access any item without the key. So
Okay.
we have learned about that, right?
Yes.
We have learned about that. So when you are working with large data, you always remember that you cannot access any item without grouping by the keys. If you want to collect some columns, you have to make sure that you work with the key to access each item. So now let's move on. We have seen how we can use the limits, we can group by. Now let's see if we can ordered by. Let's see if we can add the ordered by to the group by. Now we want to ordered by. Now this is where we want to use. Now let's see our data set again, and the actor data set. And now this is the actor data set. Now let's ordered by what? The last update. Last update. Okay. Now we are going to say ordered by. Yeah, ordered by. Now, what are we going to ordered by? We want to ordered by this last update. Okay. Now, this is the last update, and we are going to ordered by the last update. So let's run. Good. Wow, wow, wow. What is shrunk? It runs, but I'm not seeing the last update. Okay, I'm not seeing the last update.
But it was
Remember,
not selected.
it just
It not listed.
selected.
It not listed on the column that will be displayed.
Yes. So I wanted to get, okay, now, okay, group by the last update. Let's group by the last update. You understand? Let's group by the last update, okay?
Okay.
So that we can see our data. Okay, okay, now we are going to select, sorry, we are going to select it. We are going to select the last update, okay? Sorry, I did not select it. That's why it did not give us. Now we have selected it and good. Wow, this is what I want. Everything has been ordered and grouped by the actor. I believe you understand what we did here.
Yes. Yes.
Good. So let's work. We are going to work together through this course, MySQL for data analysis. So, what do you understand by having? having clause. Have you heard about having clause before?
Yes.
Having. So what do you understand? Just share your knowledge so that I will explain. I love this class. I love this class because it's not crowded. We can interact one on one. So I like your seriousness and your dedication, and that's why I love us to interact. So do you understand by having clause?
Okay. From what I have seen or research about it, the having clause simple. It's like it's like a where where clause, but the difference is that it only works when you aggregate a column.
Okay. Now let me explain having clause. Having clause was added to MySQL for a reason. Oh, it was added to MySQL. Why? Because the where keyword cannot be used without aggregating function. Without what? Aggregating. What are aggregating? We have the mean, uh,
Count.
magazine, count, and all. So you cannot use where without, you cannot use the aggregate function, the word keyword with uh, aggregate function. So the where keyword cannot be used with aggregate function. So the having clause comes in. This is where we added the having clause. Do you understand? I don't know
Yes.
if you understand what I explained, so that I can explain it better to the very basics, so that you understand it well.
Yes. I understand.
Okay, let's move on. Now we are going to see the having clause. Let's see some examples. Let's see some examples. Now, let's see if we can work with large data or data with columns. Let's see customers data. So let's use data. Select all from what? Customer. Let's see the customer data. Uh, Soto,
Yes.
have you taken any course on SQL before?
Not really, but I'm watching video. I'm watching YouTube video.
YouTube. So this training is your first ever course taken.
Yes. Yes.
Good, good. Now, see, let's work with this customers data, and I believe we have different columns. I want to. I don't want this. I don't need this. So let's go with inventory. Customers inventories inventory. Let's see the inventory. I want to work with large data.
Okay.
Inventory. So what do you take? Like, what's your take between Python and SQL?
SQL.
SQL is
Yes.
simple. More than,
It's more simple. Yes.
why? Tell me the reason why you love SQL.
Because I would say when it comes to Python, the coding there, not really the coding, that Python is so broad.
Okay,
Even
so broad.
yeah, even every day I keep running new what I call it,
Yes,
uh,
new tax in
new tags.
yes. That is why I think it's more kind of difficult. Okay, it's kind of difficult to use for some people. And if you watch the people I've graduated so far, uh, most of them always like complain about Python because of the programming aspect. Nobody wants to go into programming, but people wants to go into the drop method, drop and pick and drop method like the Excel and all, where you can easily maneuver through. So I'm looking for data which I can use, but I I'm not seeing the data that suits what I want to explain. So that's why I'm taking time to search for it.
Okay.
Good. So let's use this. I believe this data suits what I want. Good. Okay. Now we have a large data. We have a large data. We want to talk about having clause. Having clause. When we talk about having clause, we talked about more functions. Now let's select. We want to select what? Let's see what we want to select. Let's look at the table. Okay. Now let's select the uh, the what again. Let's select the the primary key, which is the film ID. Let's select the film ID. Select what? Film ID. So let me copy the column, copy and paste. Now we are going to select film ID. And what are we going to select again? We are going to select title. The title, or mm, I'm coming. Mm, okay, let's select yeah. Let's see something we can manipulate and for us to get a better understanding. So let's see this. Let's see this. Let's copy this. Select. Let's select this. Okay, good. We are going to select the release date. Now the release date, okay, and release year. So release year. Then now we are going to use the max function. Max function. So we are going to use the max. Now we are going to see. Now we want to see the highest. We want to see the what highest. What is the highest? The highest max. The highest max. Okay, we can. Let's see the highest. Let's scroll down. All of them is 2026, 2006, 2006, 2006. Okay. And okay, let's see max as okay. Now let's choose as what we are going to choose as what uh
Right.
as months. Let's see. Okay, let's say a year and ID. ID year. So let's see ID year. So we are trying to work on something. So before we move that, so I'm just like grouping by. So we are going to select from what? From theme, from theme. Now from theme. So we are going to group by what? We are going to group by let's say you group by the film ID, film ID. So let me copy this. Film ID and the year. So let's group by film ID and no film ID and year. Let's see the year released. Copy this and paste. Now, okay. Now let's see the halving. Halving what? Halving the max I and then lesser than, okay, or greater than what? Um, let's say let's fix 2023, for example, 2023, 2003, and ordered by what? Let's ordered by now let's ordered by this. Now we are going to order by this and let's see our outcome. Okay, good. We are having error. Okay, unknown feed called I. Okay, now we did not call the feed I. Sorry, I did not declare the feed called I, and that's why it's unknown feed. So now let's see this. Let's see our data again, and let's use ID. Okay, let's use rental duration. Copy rental duration. Um, okay, let's see this. Good. There's no data like that, and it did not give us result because it is empty. So I think the maximum uh, date is this. So instead of us using the max, so let's see this. Let's see if we can use the release date, the release year. Okay, release year. Sorry. Okay, and let's run it. Good, good. So, Sonto, what do you understand here, so that I will explain for you better? Do you understand this part I took? So I will explain it for you.
But I understood what you did.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, explain the code for me.
Okay. We we grouped we grouped our the table by release year and the film ID. Then we use the having clause whereby the maximum year is less than is
Okay.
called sorry, greater than 2005. So it will print out every column that is greater than 2005.
Okay.
That's what we did. I will now
How did I
order
created this
the ID.
ID?
alias now as IDA.
Okay, now let me remove this. Now let's run it and see something. Okay, now this is it. As when you use as, you will get it. Okay, I believe this explain it, and I believe you understand what I did. Now let's see something. Let's add the title. Let's copy title and let's add it here. Good. And the title, the year, I believe you understand what we did here. So, for example, you are working with an organization, a movie production company, and they want to know every year they shoot a particular video. You can use and every year the year they shoot a particular video, and you want to see the year lesser or greater, you can use the having clause, where you can add the maximum year of 2003 and upward. So then you select all the columns and group by what? The film year. You group by what? The film year, using the key, the primary key, and the year. So I believe this is clear to you. So can we move on?
Yes,
You have no issue with this.
yes.
Now, having understand this part, okay, for example, okay, I believe now, what do you understand by SQL case statement? Remember, in Python we did cases.
Yes.
Case. Have you heard about case? Okay, have you heard about if else statement?
If else statement
X. Yes.
in Python.
Yes.
No. If else, okay, if else statement, yes, yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
So still the same way, cases. Have you heard about switch and cases in Python?
No,
Okay. Are you well logging with your laptop?
no, my laptop is down.
Okay. Now let's work on some. Let's see uh, some definitions. Okay. So let me share my screen to my Google. Okay, and we are working together. You will read for me, and this is the way I work with students. Now, okay, what is this?
The
What
case
do you
statement.
see?
I should read it, Abi.
Yes.
The case statement in SQL is a conditional expression that introduces a decision-making logic into your query. It works similarly to an if-else.
If yes. Okay, continue now.
The something about the screen. If it works similarly to an if-else statement in Python, allowing you to evaluate
Okay.
multiple conditions and return specific results based on those conditions.
Okay. Okay, good. Now, just like if else statement, if elif statement. So that is cases. So let's look about switch. Switch. The word switch. Okay. Now, what do you understand by this? Read switch for us.
As said above, introduction to Python switch. As said above, the switch is a construct that can be used to implement a condition. Implement a control flow in a program. It can be used as an
Okay.
alternative to the if-else statement or elif rather when we have a
Okay.
single an expression that we use to make the decision.
Okay, good. Now, it's just like instead of me, for example, I don't really know if else statement, but I know the switch or the the cases. I can easily go or to any package which I understand. So it's just like an alternative solution to a
Okay,
problem. Okay, just like
okay,
alternative solution. Instead of you using the if statement, you can use the cases. You can use uh, the um, the switch. Okay, now let me explain it very well for you. So case statement is an SQL way of handling what if then logic. If then logic. The cases statement is followed by what? At least one pair of when and then. When and then statement. So it's just like equivalent to if statement in Excel or in Python. So because of SQL do not have the same syntax with Python, it uses this process, these cases as case statement. So let's see, for example, let's see some uh, examples of what I just explained. Okay, let's see some example of what I explained. So, for example, let's move. So let's see our what theme. Let's see our theme. Now let's copy this. Copy this. Now we have copied this. We are selecting what the theme ID and what. So let's see. Let's copy the description. Copy the description. Okay, we just copy the description, and I find out that Python have description. So let's see. Uh, let's see. Python SQL have description as a keyword. So I think if we are working with data, we have to let's reset. We have to rename this column. Okay, so we have to rename it. So let's see if this will work first before we go further. Select this. Let's see this. Okay. Select from. let's see this if we can get the description. So okay, we can get the description, no problem. It's not like a Python that does not allow uh, uh, we using their keyword. So I think we can access the keyword. So now let's go back again to see our theme and select all from key theme. Now let's see our theme. So this our theme now, the rental duration. Now let's use cases. Now we are working with cases now. Case, good. We want to work with case, and we are going to say when what, when rental duration copy is a great let's see the numbers. Okay, now I believe it's up to 7 to 4. Okay, now when the rental duration is uh, greater than greater than 7, let's say greater than 7, then we use the word then what, we are going to say then the rental duration the rental duration the rental duration is greater greater than is greater than is greater than what, 7. Okay, now we have just written one cases, and let's move to the next. Okay, now when let's use this copy is equal to 7, then the renter, we are going to copy this, the renter is 7. Good, is 7. Now we have written this as, we are going to say s. Remember in Python we always say x in our if statement. So in SQL we use cases. Okay, then s, the renter is what, uh under 7, under 7. Okay, okay, the renter is under 7. Okay, and let's see something. We go to end, we are going to end it. And now as we are ending it, as we are going to give it a name. What is the name we want to give it? uh we are going to give it renter uh text. Okay, let's say renter details. Okay, renter description, renter description, renter description. So automatically it will create a column called the rental description from what are we from where? Film. From where? Film. Let's copy the film from film. Good. And first of all, I find out something which we have not followed, and it's giving me an error. So we have to sort it out. Good and good. So, and I don't really, okay. And what again? Oh, I miss out something. I have to put comma. Good, 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 good. I miss out comma. And what again? And S. So, and this statement here, something is missing. S, I think then is not supposed to be there, and then is not supposed to be here. I made mistake here. So, let's see. I cannot use the word description. So I'm going to use, instead of the description, I cannot use it. I would use the short form like this. I'll use it like this. So let's see, end as. This end as is giving me an error.
That enter, put underscore.
Okay, good, good. Sorry, I did not see that. So I have successfully debugged the error. Did you see the simplicity of MySQL? It gives
Hmm.
you error from the first stage. You understand, of your
Yes,
program.
yes,
Unlike Python, when you are coding, you have to run everything before it will output your error.
yes.
So, my advice to you and to people out there, if you wish to go into Python courses for data analysis, choose SQL. It's easy. It is easy to work with millions of data and also analyze data like this and go over it multiple times. Okay, let's run. Now, this is what we did. How do you see it?
Wow.
How did you see it? Anyone with anyone with 7, anyone with 7 is the duration is 7. Anyone below 7, the duration is what? Under 7. I think this is our if else statement, and we have been able to solve problems like this. So we are still moving on. We are still moving on. We are going to learn more on this. On our next class, we are going to see Python distinct. Python distinct. The word Python distinct. Okay?
Okay.
SQL Python distinct. I'm sorry.
S,
SQL
S,
Python.
Python.
I don't really know why I always mention Python. I said SQL, this thing, sorry, not Python. No. Uh, I mostly work with Python. That's why I always call Python. So on Sunday
Oh,
we meet again.
okay. Thank you.
Do have a nice day and have a great day ahead. Bye.
Thank you.